The Farmer and the Stork. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village, there lived a hard-working farmer. His livelihood depended entirely on the crops he grew with his own hands. Each morning, before the sun had risen fully, he would step out into his fields, carrying tools on his shoulder. He would spend hours plowing, watering, and sowing seeds, dreaming of the harvest that would feed his family and sustain him for the coming year. One particular season, he planted corn. The farmer was very hopeful, for the soil was rich, the rains had been generous, and the young corn plants were sprouting beautifully. He looked over his fields with pride, imagining how tall and golden the stalks would become. But to his great sorrow, he soon discovered that a flock of cranes had begun to visit his fields. Every evening, when he returned home to rest, these large birds would swoop down and peck at the tender shoots of corn. By morning, much of his hard work would be gone. At first, the farmer tried to chase them away by shouting and waving his arms. Sometimes he threw stones to scare them off. Yet the cranes were stubborn and clever. No sooner had he turned his back than they would return, causing more destruction. Day after day, the farmer's anger grew. He could not allow these birds to destroy his future. Finally, he decided on a plan. If I cannot frighten them, I must catch them, he said. One evening, just as the sun dipped below the horizon, the farmer carefully set a large net across his field. He laid it in such a way that the cranes, unaware of the danger, would become trapped when they came to feed. Satisfied with his plan, he went home to rest. The next morning, the farmer hurried to his field, eager to see if his trap had worked. To his great relief, the net was full. A number of cranes flapped their wings desperately, caught in the web of ropes. But to his surprise, among them was also a stork. Its long legs were entangled, and its wings were struggling to break free. Seeing the farmer approach, the stork cried out pitifully, "Please, good farmer, have mercy on me. Release me, I beg you. I am not like these greedy cranes. I have eaten none of your corn, nor have I caused you any harm. Look at me closely, and you will see that I am a stork, an innocent, dutiful bird. I honor my father and mother, I care for my family, and I live peacefully. Surely, you must recognize that I do not deserve this punishment." The farmer paused and looked at the bird. Indeed, the stork looked different from the cranes. Its feathers were cleaner, its beak more graceful, and it spoke with sincerity. For a brief moment, the farmer considered letting it go. But then he shook his head firmly and replied, "Perhaps all that you say is true. Perhaps you have never touched my corn, but the fact remains you were found in the company of those who were destroying my crops. You may be innocent in your heart, but you chose to dwell with the guilty, and now you must share their fate." The stork pleaded again, "But farmer, is it fair to judge me by the company I keep? Shouldn't I be judged by my own deeds?" The farmer's voice grew stern. "Bird, listen carefully. In this world, people are judged not only by what they do, but also by whom they choose as companions. If you fly with the cranes, people will take you for one of them. If you stay with those who do wrong, you will be seen as part of their wrongdoing. It is a lesson for you, and for anyone who hears this story. We are known by the company we keep. Now, enough words. Justice must be done." With that, the farmer refused to release the stork, and it met the same punishment as the cranes. The story spread through the village, and soon everyone was speaking of the farmer's decision. Some pitied the stork, but many agreed that the farmer's words carried wisdom. For indeed, in life, our companions shape our reputation, even if we ourselves do no harm. If we choose to spend time with those who do, we risk sharing in their blame and their punishment. The moral is clear and timeless: choose your company wisely. Friendship and association influence not only how others see us, but also who we become. A person may be good at heart, but if he constantly surrounds himself with wrongdoers, he will eventually be judged as one of them. Just as the stork learned too late, the price of keeping bad company can be very high.